Yo, what up, guys? So this is Luke Cornett. I'm just putting together my tier list. I This is very impressive. 105 in modern day NBA for somebody as tall as Luke Cornett and being not that agile, coming with that size. That is extremely impressive. And this is the Celtics overall defensive rating. 109.6, so 110. They literally are a way better team defensively with Luke Cornett. That's sometimes stats do actually reflect what's going on. And like I have constantly been saying, guys, use stats to reinforce what you see and what you think. Opinions you have formed from actually using your brain. Don't form opinions just based on stats. But this is extremely impressive, you guys. And Missoula, let's see what Kristaps is actually. Because Missoula may have to start Cornet. No lie. Yeah, guys. So this is Kristaps this year. 111.6, 112, 114, 112. Let's go back to Cornet. 120, 105. So that's a big difference. That's a very big difference. And you got to think, why would this be? And before I get into that, let's look at the rebound percentages as well. 13, 15, 14. That's a huge difference. 13, 15, 14. So 2 points better there, but eight percentages, 8% better than there, better there, and 3% overall better. That is very significant. And I really going this deep into stats is pretty dumb, in my opinion. However, from what I have seen, the Celtics are better with Cornet, and why would that be? Well, already with just Tatum and Jalen, they are very high usage rate, pretty much as high as you could be, and you want it like that. That's not a knock on Tatum and Brown. You want them having that high of a usage rate. Add in D White, add in Drew Holiday. You're you already have more heads to feed than you can with the usage rate available. There's only 100 possessions per game on average. There's only so many shots available. Just with those first three, Tatum, Brown, D White, that is more. You really can't feed too many more shooters. Add in Porzingus and Drew, and it's just too much. People are going to be seeking out shots because they are not getting shots. And what I mean by seeking out shots is they're going to be taking bad shots. They're going to be forcing shots. They're going to play loser ball because they are not getting as many shots as they feel like they deserve and should be taking. I should say should be taking, not deserve. When you have Luke Cornett in, somebody that does not need the ball to score, somebody who, as we see, puts in hella work, especially on the offensive boards, it really evens out the team. Let's talk about the defense. Kristaps is a fine defender. Mentally, Luke Cornett is a much greater defender, so much easier to play on a team with Luke Cornett as the defensive paint protector than Kristaps. Kristaps, he's been really bad defensively this year, and it's mostly mental. It could also be he hasn't really adjusted to how his body is now. He's had several significant injuries, and that affects how you move, how you think, what you see, your confidence. Luke Cornett knows how to play the game. He is down in agility to almost every NBA player, even centers. And yet, he is constantly putting himself in the right position to impact the game defensively. It's very impressive. And Joe Mazzulla, Brad Stevens, I know Brad Stevens sees this. Brad Stevens is probably the greatest NBA mind on the planet. I know he sees this. Sometimes you got to make hard choices, and it's not even a hard choice. Like, people need to becoming a six man is not the same as getting benched. Being put as the leader of the second unit, a six man, allows you to be the guy to soak up all that usage and play against usually second tier players, bench players. Somebody like Kristaps would begin to dominate, and I guarantee his numbers would get better. Also, you can give Jason a rest, and um, Missoula does stagger them quite a bit, like he should. If you move KP to the bench as the six man, I think you would group Tatum and Jalen even more, and have them sit together, rest together, and play together. Don't stagger them. The reason I say that is because if you have KP coming off the bench, you now open things up for D. White, Peyton Pritchard, Drew Holiday. These guys can now run the pick and roll and have the ball in their hand and not take away from Tatum and Brown. And Tatum and Brown, for being high usage superstars, they work very, 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 very well together. A lot of superstar duos cannot do that, especially with neither of them being a true point guard. They play really well together, guys, and keeping them together, defenses really can't key in. They're similar players, they do similar things, but they're so versatile. They don't clog things up. You know, I talk about a lot about these two players want to do the same thing, and how it's bad because they don't synergize. They don't make each other better. Luka and Kyrie is a perfect example. However, Luka and LeBron will work very well because the ball is going to move so fast. Everybody's still going to get touches. There's times when it can work. Tatum and Brown is a situation where it can and does work. And I really think this would be a very smart move for the Celtics. They have to change something because they are just... The last 20 games they've played have been bad. I don't care if they're winning or losing. Watching them, they are playing loser ball. They're not going to get far in the playoffs if they continue playing like this. Allowing Luke Cornett, basically they have to figure out how to make things work as a team. Right now it's solo ball or bust for them, and it doesn't have to be. And I think moving Cornett to the starting lineup will change that up big time. Take care, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. This is something I've been thinking about for a long time. And just from watching, it's obvious Cornett is a much better fit for the starters than Kristaps is. And again, if you're mad about that, re-listen to everything I just said, okay? Take care, guys.